Hello and welcome back to Operation Winterstorm 1944 here in combat mission Fortress Italy, the custom campaign. We are fighting against a lot of American artillery as well as the occasional American and Italian soldier. We are ready over here to assault the main objective, the town of Sommo Colonia, I think? Oh yeah, here it says Sommo Colonia. Okay. And the medieval tower from which we have been shelled with artillery, or rather, the artillery has been guided from there. I checked this out. The lower portions do not have windows and just one entrance. You know, because it's a medieval tower. We have not received fire from the upper portions in a while, even though we have been maneuvering down here left and right. I think after we shelled this with our 105, they probably ran into the lower floor, I'm just gonna guess. So this might be full of Americans, including a spotter team. We will see how we will be able to get them out of there. Maybe we can induce a surrender as well. Since their entrance is kind of in our direction, and we will soon go into the upper floors here, it will be like in a western, where everybody is sitting on the roofs of the buildings, and the hero wants to come out of the saloon. So it will be like that. We would see there will probably be more Americans in these other buildings as well. But so far no fire from there. The last objective is over here, Mulattiera. I'm gonna guess this means like a path for pack mules, maybe? I don't know. We know that a sizable, probably platoon-sized force of Americans went there during the battle, unhindered. We have 2 platoons to throw them out of there, but these platoons are both green, and this one at least is completely exhausted, because they've been moving quickly uphill in horrible conditions. One thing that annoys me is that we are under fire from over here. Some straggler shooting his BAR. I think he might have caused a casualty or 2 already. So at some point I will have to climb down from here in order to get him. That said, this used to be under artillery observation. I think the artillery fire there has finally stopped, and I don't think they can call in another mission if they are all sitting in the basement of the tower. So I kind of want to try to go down here, kill him. And it might be good to call in the on-map mortars on this relatively exposed piece of terrain. We do have a little bit of time left, so that could work. But I think what really will work is attacking it from behind. Let's say I get my people up here somewhere. It's really rough terrain, but yeah, maybe I can get a firing line going, or maybe from the windows up here. I don't know. Getting in here and shooting down on them. I kind of want to get my veteran troops in the action against them. Okay, that was a longer intro than usual, because now it's getting kind of weird and complicated, but we will see what is going on. They're still calling in artillery. Kind of danger close here. Although I'm not sure they can see that much. I can hear a BAR firing. Okay, let's get ready to assault the tower here. He's sliding uphill. Yep, they're downstairs now. No fire from any of the obvious.
I can't do this!
Okay, we got a BAR, got it. Did we hit that guy? I think, no, we just suppressed him, but that's good, that's good. These guys will use their submachine guns to suppress, and we will get maybe the pioneers close. Shit. I think there was a machine gun as well. Need to try to retrieve that for the campaign. Okay, these are my pioneers. They have satchel charges. I'm gonna do the whole Berlin campaign thing and I hope they can't get shot at from this angle. Yep, especially if they are covered. Okay. Oh. Ah, shit. Kind of have the upper hand here in terms of close range rifles, so that's good. I think they are kind of retreating to a degree.
Stay down.
Finally, we will get our revenge on that spotter team. Okay, what? Yep, they're dead. I will clear the rest of this. Although I have the feeling that they're all dead. Or we're down here, rather. And from here we can, of course, clear that other building, or at least suppress it. But yeah, the problem is I'm pretty sure the spotting rounds will keep falling randomly now because they can't get their spotter on the horn. I like the sound of this. Ah, we finally got that survivor with the BAR. Okay, so he's not going to take pot shots at us, I think. Still artillery falling, of course. Let's clear this tower. As soon as they reach a level where they can see that hut, there will be a hut. That house, there will be another firefight, yeah.
Find infantry.
Okay, they spotted them. Okay, and here we go. That's good, that's good. One is surrendering already.
Surrender.
Okay. Neue Anforderung empfangen. That's good. The infantry will also... Yeah, you can stop shooting, they're surrender, I think. Most of them, though. The rest of the infantry also rushes in. They clear the rest. But yeah, and yeah, I think that's how it's done. Over here, I blew a hole into this wall. And yeah, maybe I will blow my way to this building as well, although if there was somebody in there, they would have shot at me already, so... Alright, as you might have heard, we have been calling in artillery now. The on-map mortars are... I have two on-map mortars. They are supposed to fire on that American concentration at the crossroad. That said, I'm a bit worried because it's being called in by a green platoon HQ. And I think with green spotters, there is a chance of it just being wildly inaccurate. And I'm already seeing on the horizon a lot of friendly fire here. We will see. I shouldn't complain too much here because I don't think it's that realistic to have a completely different unit call in the mortar of this battalion anyway. I mean, they probably can't even do that today with all their fancy schmancy drones and iPads, and I don't think they could do that back then. How would they even get the info there? But yeah, it might be completely off base. Or off target, rather. Other than that, behind the lines, because the American artillery fire has eased up, what you are hearing are my own mortars. I have started to collect all the dead and wounded. Really need to be careful with collecting the wounded and so on here. That's basically, by the way, this is my battalion HQ, I think, or even... Is it even a divisional HQ supposed to be? Who knows. But I have to be careful with collecting the wounded here, largely because of mines. Because, especially around the village, there's lots of kind of mines scattered around. There's another guy here. So yeah, we're doing that. I know I'm pretty much, those are my spotting rounds. I think I'm the only guy who actually does that as a matter of policy, to always collect the wounded. I don't think it actually does anything except for taking over their weapons, and even that is sometimes undone by the reinforcement system. Okay, over here we have reorganized ourselves and we'll keep advancing. Next target, the chapel. As I said, I don't think it does that much, although I always thought it would have been clever to make it so that if you don't collect the wounded you get some kind of morale penalty for your guys, but okay. Alright. I'm trying to minimize more casualties. So, I'm gonna play this one relatively safely. The approach to this chapel should be covered by these dudes. We'll get in here and then wait for what happens. Now, we did transport Americans back from here, but there's still this guy who's at the far corner of the room who couldn't be transported back, so that indicates to me that there's still some guys there, so he's still hoping for a rescue. But I don't know where exactly they are. So let's look into that one. Looking through the windows. Nothing so far. Spotting rounds, by the way, wildly off target. I hope they will be able to see them and correct them. Okay, seems to be empty. Let's get in there.
Da drüben. Feindliche Infanterie.
Okay. I think they're spotting the surrendering dude, who's still not being moved back. What worries me about this is there's no return fire so far, but there must be American infantry in this kind of mass of buildings here. And the thing with the American inf so far is they have not been very... Okay, we're getting closer with our spotting rounds. They have not been very effective. But in a situation like this, with weird glitchy terrain and like windows down here and so on, there's a lot of room for shenanigans to happen, especially if they retreated into the basement from my artillery strike. So yeah, this could be ugly.
Enemy infantry ahead. Contact. Enemy infantry.
Okay, maybe from here we can see more.
Contact, Feindinfanterie.
Yeah, we know. I'm slowly and carefully trying to probe them out of here. But yeah, many of these buildings seem kind of glitched out to me, and I don't know how that affects the whole fighting in them thing. Slowly moving up. Oh!
Enemy infantry approaching.
Spot in there. Okay. Careful with the mortar spotting. Aha! Ah yes, and they're on the bottom floor again. I hope they're not gonna glitch into anything. I don't want to replay the half the game again. But how do we get them out of there? That's the question. We still have pioneers with satchel charges left, so we could blow our way through that building into the American one, SWAT style again. Okay, let's get in there. Okay, that mortar spotter is...
Die Augen offen.
Rifle duel here, huh? Oh, rifle grenade.
Look out! Enemy infantry!
Yeah, they have a rifle grenade launcher as well. Road took a casualty. Well, flanking them from this direction with pioneers. Might not even be necessary, they're surrendering. Yeah, this might be the waste of a satchel charge, but...
Don't shoot! Don't shoot! We surrender!
Los, los!
They're not being transported to the rear though, so somebody is still alive. Annoying. Time to get my infantry ready for the assault on the crossroad. To be honest, I don't think the spotter will be able to get that stuff on target in time. I mean, you keep hearing the rounds and they're not getting any closer. Okay, it seems like they are all surrendering. Let's get these surrendering Americans and the infantry. We'll get out of their positions here. They should be well rested now. And we'll slowly go to this wall here and look down. And maybe they can already see some of the Americans.
We surrender!
Yeah, of course you do. Nice, okay. That means we have basically cleared this area, I would say. Can we already see something if we look down from here? Americans are somewhere down there at the crossroad. So far nothing, but okay. This corner building might give us a good overview. Where does it have its windows? It does have windows in all directions, that's good. I think the pioneers can check that out after transporting back the Americans. Okay, this house. That should give us a decent enough overview. Oh, one of the mortars is actually getting closer. Let's see if they will see anything from up here. It will take a while to spot. But if there's a building from which to see, it's probably that one. Nothing so far. Nice view from here. They are kind of getting closer, although at this point I'm wondering how much ammo they will have left after all those spotting rounds. I might just attack downhill from although I think some of that terrain is unpassable for infantry, so... Oh, that sounded close. Maybe we should put one of our... or set one of our green platoons in motion already. Oh, okay, and we made contact with these guys. So from here we do have contact with the Americans. Whoa, okay. More than I had bargained for, maybe. Okay, yeah, that's a lot. I really need to attack them from the rear now that they are looking up here. And I need to get the MG42s and video. I'm pretty sure some of the fire is glitching out on the terrain. But okay, we are gaining some amount of fire superiority here. These guys, well yeah, they're green, they're not going to do too well, but we have a lot of them and we're attacking from the other side as well. And at some point they will be able to see the Americans here. Oh, I think that was the mortar. Okay, some of them are running away. Let's cause some chaos. We really need some fire superiority here. Sorry for the camera, but with this terrain it's actually pretty hard. We had quite a few casualties here, but I think we are slowly but surely gaining the upper hand. Yeah, the machine guns are in action now, which gives me the fire superiority here, and the Americans are starting to panic. Oh, and the mortar, or at least one mortar is called in. I hope it has ammo left. They're also running towards those buildings. Ah, now we can finally see them from the corner building. So the mortar is causing some trouble for them as well. Okay, now it's turning into a slaughter. The mortar mission came just a tad too late. Yeah, now they're starting, but now we have already won that firefight. Maybe I could have waited a bit longer with the assault, but on the other hand I don't even know how accurate the fire will be.
Da drüben. Infanterie.
Here come my other troops. Okay, that did sound fairly accurate. But yeah, most of them are running out of the mortar area now. Yeah, some rounds are falling now. Actually far off, but due to them retreating, they might be getting closer to it. Not that it matters. Now it's my machine guns that are doing the killing from up there. Here comes the Mittenwald battalion, moving up towards the American position. Although most of the killing is done by the veteran troops. Oh, the Americans still have some fight in them. They are shooting at me with a BAR. As you can hear, I did cancel the other mortar mission because... Yep, we're firing from downhill at them now as well, so they're basically screwed. That's the Tommy gun. Garen firing. And here we go. They surrendered. We did lose a lot of people though. Holy shit. But of course, due to them surrendering, we got all the ground secured. Enemy force also completely destroyed because of that. Yeah. They also had an enemy force thing that they failed. Okay, we lost 58 men killed. I would say a great majority of them due to artillery, and after that it's mines. 41 men wounded. Jesus Christ, that's actually very heavy casualties. They got 47 men killed, so actually fewer killed than us. On the other hand, they were on the defensive. On the, again, other hand, it's the AI. 46 men wounded, so more than us, and 25 men missing, surrendering. So that's why there are fewer killed. Let's look at what they had left. So our guys are advancing from the south here. We had basically reduced them to like a pocket here, and some had fled into this building. Obviously they are all broken, although some of them caused some casualties. Well, actually many of them like single casualties, but yeah, they are all green, as you can see, to simulate the rather poor performance of this unit, I guess. Okay, and how many? Yeah, they had 7 and so on, but yeah, in the end I did lose quite a few people here as well. So, one thing I am really interested in is not the company HQ, it's the American artillery observer, because holy shit, was that a barrage we faced. Platoon HQ, they didn't call anything in. 41 fucking casualties, yeah, that's what I meant. 41 of those casualties were caused by enemy artillery from that observer. I mean, holy shit. Other than that, yeah, we didn't have any kind of heavy weapon support here, except for the mortars, which were only kind of useful, to be honest. No combat victories here, 4, so that's better than none. Oh, down here was another partisan squad that I thought was wiped out with a French LMG. But yeah, other than that, I mean, this was a grinding battle. Actually, who called in the big artillery? I think there was the 1st Company HQ. I want to see how much my artillery did. 1 casualty is 2 missing. Actually, that might be wrong, or rather that might not be from the artillery. Where's the 2nd Company HQ? 1st Company... 2nd Company HQ is also over here. They had none. So okay, my artillery was apparently completely ineffective. Mostly due to them, obviously, sitting in buildings, whereas I was out in the open and completely exposed. And then of course there were the mines. I did collect off screen, of course, most of the wounded, but there were so many that were just lying in minefields. The worst offender being down here somewhere. There was one where a whole kind of squad got wiped by walking into there. I think it might have been this one. No, there would be dead bodies around it. Like there's 2 minefields here, or maybe the dead bodies. No, wait, they don't. Yeah, okay, I think it's maybe over here. No. Actually, I could have collected those. They're not in a minefield. Oh, no, never mind. They are in a minefield. That's from the Company HQ that stumbled at a minefield, these guys. But there was one really horrible one down here somewhere where there's like a pile of German bodies around it because the AI kept walking. I can't find it now, but there's one squad that got almost completely wiped in that. So yeah, minefields, I hope we won't be facing too many of those, although, I mean, oh yeah, that's where it is. Although, I mean, this is for, like, look at this shit. They all walked into there. This is Fortress Italy, so there will be a lot of mines, I guess. But yeah, other than that, pretty cool scenario. Let's see the next one. I hope you enjoyed this extra long video, and see you next time.